What drives us at Teradata Labs is our customers. We have some of the most innovative, some of the most challenging customers out there in the world. And we'd like to respond to those pressures that they apply to us. We want to be the best technology leaders with the best products, with the best customers in the world. So when we looked around the industry at the trends and what was going on in the computing industry, we saw that there was a unique opportunity here to deliver a really valuable new product for our customers. SSD was a unique technology that we could bring into one of our appliances that we can take advantage of based on the technology architecture we have in our database. So we were able to remove the slow spinning media, put in SSD, remove the disk controller, and create a uniquely packaged appliance to serve a brand new marketplace that no one else in the industry can touch, and we created the Teradata Extreme Performance Appliance.
The need for speed continues to increase. The value of a decision and the value of the impact of that decision on a business is largely defined by the latency or the time that it takes to actually deliver that decision and make change in the business. And so the need for speed, the time from something happening in the business to an analytic algorithm running to understand what that means and an action triggered and that action taken in the business, moving all of that down into seconds or minutes is really important because it drives up the value of that decision or that change in the business.
Solid state in our type of workloads, in terms of what we call IOs per second, 150 times faster. In terms of bandwidth, 22 times faster. That's the enabler that actually allows us to take advantage of the solid state today. Even more interesting is, where is this technology going to be in 2 years? Well, those hard disk drives will be at least 10% faster in 2 years, while as my estimate is the solid state devices we're using will be a little over 100% faster. So 10% versus 100%, it's a compelling technology.
We've had customers come up and ask about analyzing data flows from jet engines, where they would actually instrument a jet engine, get all the parameters up. It's a large amount of data that's short-lived, loaded in there, do analytics on it, but it's temporal. It's gone and it's not of any value later on. Cases where you're looking at stock ticker data and you want to do real-time decisions based on data that's arriving. Again, you have a very, very high performance to capacity ratios, but you have capacities that are large enough that don't fit in physical memory, and believe me, there's lots of those problems. Those are the kinds of things that BLURR is very good at, because it is both good at getting the data off disk to analyze it, but also is very good at loading it in from the outside, because we plumbed the whole system with very, very high bandwidth.
It's a game changer because we now provide access to data much more quickly. We're no longer constrained by electromechanical disk drives, so we can access data essentially at the speed of memory. And this is not just for sequential IOs, this is also for random IOs. So it works to deliver high performance even with a large number of concurrent users doing lots of different things. And this has always been Teradata's strength, is to support multiple users doing lots of different things in an enterprise environment and deliver that performance and deliver that scalability. And with BLURR, we can do that even though we've had this gap in physics between electromechanical disk drives and CPUs. We've now closed the gap.
BLURR actually delivers a number of other benefits. Because of the density of the storage media, what we're able to pack in, we can actually shrink down the cabinet size for BLURR. That means obviously that we're using less power, which means it's a greener appliance, and it's taking up less space in our customers' data centers. The unique thing about BLURR is the power and insight it brings to our customers. Being able to scan millions of rows a second and get insight into very specific questions that they couldn't do before is fantastic for our customers. We want to deliver products and applications that allow our customers to outperform and outsmart their competitors, and we want to continue to out-innovate the rest of the industry.